Once a giant, always a giant. For me, it's only a giant.
So I was going to do this film session on Jalin Hyatt. I was just going to do it on Jalin Hyatt, and then as I'm watching the tape, I'm like, DaleRobinson keeps standing out to me. He's basically like a rookie anyway. I've been focusing on the young players this year, but he's basically like a rookie anyway because he didn't get to finish his first season. And I thought I would use this video to highlight them both. And I think that these two are really the future. I mean, pending whatever we do next draft and whatever happens in the future. I think these two are the future of the Giants wide receiving core. So, Wan'Dale Robinson is lined up right here in the slot here. And he's just going to leak out, catch this screen, and make something happen out of nothing. Make something out of nothing. We don't have enough players that are able to make plays on a consistent basis in the open field. And Wan'Dale coming back has immediately fixed that issue. Now, did it turn into points for us? No. But I think it will turn into points for us. Whether that's this year, whether that's this week, who knows when. But I think Wan'Dale's presence on the field is going to be more help than it is bad. So this is just a quick screen of Wan'Dale coming out of the slot. Boom. Right there. Reads his blocks. He's got two guys blocked right there. And he's just going to get upfield. And a guy just bounces off of him. And remember, Wan'Dale played running back a bit at Nebraska. So guys are just going to bounce off of him here and there. And there you go, quick screen. That's an easy way to pick up first downs there. And we don't have anybody on a consistent basis that we can just throw this to but Wan'Dale Robinson. We thought it was Paris Campbell, but it hasn't resonated there. But Wan'Dale immediately gets him, starts making plays. So here, Wan'Dale is going to run a nice route. It's not really a route that he beats someone on. It's more of a busted coverage or a gap in the zone. But he's wide open here, and we just don't get the ball to him. I mean, I wonder why, but that's a whole different video. But Wan'Dale Robinson, number 17, is at the top of your screen. This is a very well-designed play. You got two wide receivers and Darren Waller to the right. That's pretty much all Daniel Jones has to read here. And you got Wan'Dale headed up the field. He's going to break open right here, wide open. DJ could make this throw right here. If he didn't feel comfortable, he could make the throw here. If he didn't feel comfortable, he could make the throw here. If he didn't feel comfortable, he could make the throw here. So let's not play games and say that he can't see him or he shouldn't see him, because he should see the man wide open downfield as he's staring downfield. He just doesn't trust himself. So Wan'Dale is open right there. Now let's take a look at Hyatt. One way that we can use Hyatt in the short term as he kind of fixes his route running deficiencies is on these drag routes. So Hyatt is at the bottom of your screen, and he's going to run a drag here, and he's open here. He's open here. You got Bobby breaking down on the route there, but finally he's open right there too. So I think this is probably the last place where you can hit Hyatt and allow him to have space to turn upfield, but you just kind of run out of field. And kind of nothing happens. The ball gets thrown away, which to me is very disappointing because you had a couple of guys open right there. You got Slayton open, but he'd have to throw that across his body. We don't have a superhero at quarterback. But Hyatt right here is open, and then Wan'Dale right there is open. So I see these two guys being really good players after the catch, being able to catch the ball on the run. I think if Hyatt catches it immediately, he can outrun Bobby Wagner. He can get to the sideline and kind of make something happen. But unfortunate that we weren't able to get either one to fall right there. So I don't want this to turn into a Daniel Jones video, but he's throwing the receivers the ball, so he has to be a factor in this video. So this is going to be a play action, and they are having Slayton and Hyatt build off of each other like they did in that Cardinals game, use their speed, in tangent with each other. And Hyatt right here at the top of your screen is going to sink behind these linebackers. There's a gap there, but he's not looking for the ball. And then he turns and looks, and listen, folks, we can have this debate all day, but I stand on my take. I stand on my take here that Jamal Adams is sagging back this way. He's sagging back this way. He is not looking. He's not in this area yet. He's not. This isn't Madden. He's not going to sink back here in less than a second. So I think that the window to throw this ball is right here with the anticipation down the field. I mean, I'm going to click it a million times. The window is right here with the anticipation. He's not here yet, but he's extremely fast, and I think he catches this, gets a block from Slayton, and runs down his sideline and possibly scores a touchdown. That's just me, but of course, the ball isn't there yet. I know some people are going to say, he can't make that throw, and if he can't make that throw, we have an entirely different issue. But Hyatt is going to eventually get here. I think this could be him catching the ball in stride here and then heading upfield, but doesn't get the ball here. But I do think, again, as I said last play, I think this is a play that will work for Jalin Hyatt down the road. I think Daniel Jones hopefully can start hitting these receivers with the anticipation. With all the speed coming across the field, they're uncoverable in man coverage. So I want to give a shout out to a sponsor on the channel, Underdog Fantasy, and it's kept me really invested in Week 1's games this year. And I've been having a lot of fun, to be honest with you all. You scroll through it. I've been using Pick'em. You scroll through it, you find out, is this player going to be higher or lower than this amount of passing yards or this amount of rushing yards? And you can bundle these players up all the way up to 5 different players. And the more players you put in, the more you can possibly win. You can also use insurance there that's going to make sure that if you get 4 out of that 5, you still get paid. So whether you put in 5, whether you put in 10, whether you put in 20, all the way up to 100, they will match that 100% all the way up to $100 if you use code Diggy. You will not regret it. I've been having a lot of fun. Do it today. So this play just shows Hyatt doing a good job of finding the spot in the zone, sitting there, and nice place ball by Daniel Jones. Hyatt is just going to kind of find this spot in the zone, sit there, pick up about 4 yards right here. So watch him kind of come out of his stance, watch the linebacker clear, know exactly where to sit, get the ball. And sadly, he's not able to make this guy miss, but that's an easy 4 yards. So right here, you're going to have DaleRobinson lined up in the backfield at running back, as we talked about. He did get a handoff today. Or not today, but this last game. And so he is a threat to take this handoff. But Hyatt just does a good job. Not Hyatt. Robinson does a good job running this out right out of the backfield. Nice route. Getting up. I mean, pretty much like his running back days. He's got space. He's going to catch this ball, immediately get upfield, pick up some yardage. And this is what we want to see from him. Running routes from everywhere on the field, making plays, getting yards after the catch. Last year, he was not able to get that many yards after catch on average. And I think even this year, if the offense even stays as horrible as it is, I think he'll have a lot more yak opportunities the way he's being used. So in this next play, it just shows how comfortable Daniel Jones started to get with DaleRobinson on these routes. And just a bad read here from Daniel Jones. So Wan'Dale is going to run this out route. Hyatt at the bottom of your screen is running a go route. Tariq Woolen, or Reek Woolen these days is what he's going by. He's going to take a look at this. And the Seahawks said post-game, so I'm not just saying this to say it. It's what I see on tape too, that Daniel Jones is forcing the ball to these underneath routes. He's not even looking down the field. So Wan'Dale's going to run this out route. The whole shot is right here for Jalin Hyatt to get the ball on the sideline at the bottom of your screen. Now, yes, I understand that Reek Woolen is already collapsing down, but you can kind of see that he's been waiting to do this the entire play. And he basically almost gets a pick six if he's able to be a snap quicker on this decision to undercut this route. But if Daniel Jones stares down Wan'Dale right there and then pump fakes, oh man, if he could even pump fake right here. Pump fake to Wan'Dale because they're already waiting for you to throw these underneath stuff, and then hit it over the top to Hyatt on the sideline. because the safety's almost in the middle of the field. I mean, that's curtains. That is curtains. That's a big play waiting to happen. But sadly, Wan'Dale is just going to be he's got some more meat left on the bone because he did not get the ball here, and this ball almost gets intercepted. And again, folks, when players make good plays, I'm going to praise them. When players make bad plays, I'm going to point that out. But let's take a look at Wan'Dale Robinson running this route out of the slot. This is just a really good job from Daniel Jones and a really good job from Wan'Dale Robinson being on the same page. He's going to basically get upfield, get close to that first down marker, turn around. Daniel Jones does a good job of placing the football on the outside shoulder. That way Wan'Dale is able to catch this ball away from the defender, away from Witherspoon, and pick up this first down. I mean, this is poetry in motion right here on third down. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure this is third down. But this is poetry in motion here. Attacks that outside shoulder, Wan'Dale Robinson, and he makes a great adjustment to the ball, and you got an easy first down. So this next play is similar to the play I just showed you that almost got intercepted by Rick Willing. And you got Jalin Hyatt headed up the field, except this time they got Slayton on that side of the field too. So they have got to get out. They got to get out of there. They got to get downfield. They basically had to leave Wan'Dale Robinson open there. So you got them two heading up the field on two vertical routes. Slayton does a good job of getting that inside release to clear out as much space for Wan'Dale as possible. Hyatt knows what to do, get upfield. So they both get upfield. 20 has to deal with Wan'Dale Robinson, and there's a lot of traffic there. Wan'Dale's open underneath, runs this out route perfectly, catches this ball. He's got forever. He's got a ton of space, picks up the first down. So this time the ball doesn't get to Jalin Hyatt, but I will say I'm impressed with how he's improved his route running, even since the beginning of the season. So Jalin Hyatt is at the bottom of your screen, and he's facing off coverage, and he just does a good job in this route. Gets upfield, gives the cornerback something to think about. Is he trying to get to this edge? Is he trying to just run past me? But he just turns around and sits. And with the timing route, if DJ was looking towards his way and he's throwing his ball with timing and anticipation, not even to say that this is Daniel Jones' fault. I mean, I don't know what his reads are on this play, but I'm just saying, if he was trying to target him here, Jalin Hyatt would be open. He would make this catch, and he probably would have space to make something happen with the ball. So just some nice suddenness at the top of the route, some nice nuance of faking outside and then coming back inside, sitting there. So, yeah, all of that's looking great. And then also, let's take a look at Wan'Dale right here in the slot. So Wan'Dale's going to run this post, and with the anticipation, maybe he's open, maybe not. It looks like 20, and I think this is Witherspoon at the top of your screen. It looks like they're occupied with Darius Slayton, and you might be able to get this ball deep to Wan'Dale Robinson, but by the time it looks like they're committing to Darius Slayton, Daniel Jones is in a heap of trouble. He's got nowhere to go as far as running, and he's got to evade two guys because both of his offensive linemen on the left and the right, and this is actually your center, two offensive linemen completely collapsed. So unfortunate, because maybe Daniel Jones sees Wan'Dale and hits him over the top for a touchdown, but he just can't get him the ball because there's too much pressure. But again, look at Jalin Hyatt and look at Wan'Dale Robinson. Take a look at both of them. Both of them had the potential to get open. So my takeaway from this, and this will be the last play, and I'm just going to just have a quick little talk about this. Wan'Dale Robinson and Jalin Hyatt don't get as many reps as I would like to because the coaching staff is concerned about their ability to beat the press and get open against man coverage and all of these nuanced things. Put your best receivers on the field. Right now, your best receivers, it looks like from the production and what I'm seeing on tape, it looks like it's Wan'Dale, Jalin Hyatt, and Darius Slayton and Isaiah Hodgins, who, I mean, gets targets, gets reps sometimes he doesn't. But nonetheless, those seem like your best targets right now. And I think all the speed that these three young receivers have, counting Darius Slayton, you have to use it. You got to use it. They don't all have to be running downfield, but as you've seen this film session, they open things up for each other. They will not face press coverage every single snap. There's always someone in motion. There's always a way that you can line someone off of the line of scrimmage. So I'm not worried about that. So let's keep these guys on the field as much as we possibly can. And I'm guaranteeing you that some big plays are going to start to happen. It just has to. These guys are too explosive. They're just too good at being able to create space. So those are pretty much my takeaways on Jalin Hyatt and Wan'Dale Robinson. I think they're two good young receivers. I think they need to continue to develop in the route running area. But I also think they're guys who can make plays for you right now. So let's let them make plays. Let's let them make plays, Caffey. Let's let them make plays, Dable. You guys let me know what you're thinking of these two young wide receivers. Let me know down in the comments. If you made it this deep into the video, come on, just hit the subscribe button. I make Giants content primarily, draft content secondarily, and during the season, I'm going to be doing a lot of reacting to pretty much most of the NFL games and everything NFL. So if you made it this deep, go ahead and join the D6 squad.